versus Wolfe.
Koenig and Wolfe. I'm Doug Wolfe, and with me, the best dressed man in television, Clay Koenig. You look very nice today, sir.
Thank you. You do too, sir.
Thank you for lying. Editorial this week, I think, is pretty interesting.
Online gambling.
Yes, sir.
So I was taking a look. First of all, I'm going through town and you see all these slot machine signs and stuff like that. And there's a ton of them here. I did put $10 in one of those machines. I remember last year, I got 20 back. So I'm ahead of the game. I've quit. I've never gone back to it. I remember when I was in college, there was video poker called Cherry Masters. And I was addicted to it. I'm not kidding you. I remember making $106 a week bartending at this biker bar. And $106 to go right into the Cherry Master, think I'm going to get everything pink and, all these riches coming towards me.
People spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think right now, governments can't survive anymore without the gambling. So what we've got here, we were the first state to have the lottery, okay?
Okay.
That was in '74. Then in 1990, I covered it over in Springfield, the legislature passed riverboat gambling. And to have gambling in Illinois, you had to have a riverboat on a river,
correct,
the Mississippi, and it had to be out floating around before you could gamble. Now, they're all moored forever. They don't go up and down the rivers.
Sure.
You've got every gas station, every bar has these gambling machines. But you've got municipalities, towns, cities. They can't live without this money anymore because now they're financing their fire departments, police departments, public works with all this money coming in. You've told me, you see some of the printouts for what we make here in Decatur. Some of these little places are making a fortune off of the gambling.
Tens of thousands of dollars a month. I mean, that's real money, especially from an establishment that's trying to survive with liquor or food, because everything's changed since COVID and everything like that.
Sure.
So these people are trying to survive.
And then you got like that pilot station out by Interstate 72 and Route 48. Now, I haven't looked at that in a few years, but they were bringing in huge amounts of money because you get these truckers to stop overnight.
Right.
And they would use the machines. So I think the revenue, the tax revenue, I don't think we can ever go back. It's not a case, I know we had one city councilman here who was arguing, about all the evils of gambling and stuff like that, but you can't get rid of it now. Once it's here for good.
So when the lottery originally started, I remember they were going to earmark a lot of that income towards education.
Right.
But what they did was they pulled the funding from education and allowed the lottery to replace the money. So it wasn't an addition of funds.
The way I think they did it is the money came in and they used it for education, but they almost take an equal amount out of the general fund that may have gone to education and use it for something else. So kind of backdoored it out. I guess technically it's still going to education. And really, is the lottery where the money is anymore? And I don't think so. I think it's those slot machines. I know in your editorial you talk about see the signs all over town for it. I think that's where the money is now as far as bringing in revenue. The state gets the biggest chunk of that money. The cities and municipalities, not as much. But again, it's enough to keep a lot of these small towns and cities floating.
Well, when we come back, Doug, we're going to talk about the addictions and what machines are the most addicting in casinos. So that'll be interesting.
Sure.
So you're going to be back with us on Koenig versus Wolfe. All right, you're watching Koenig versus Wolfe, and Doug and I are talking about online gambling. So I looked on Google, of course, you're getting all this information, and talked about what machines are the most addicting. Slot machines.
Yeah.
Out of anything that's out there, video poker, anything, slot machines are the number one for addiction.
And slot machines are part of those video poker machines. I mean, those video slot machines.
Right.
Because I know the one game I will play is video poker. I'll play that. But I don't do the hit it where the wheel goes around.
Sure.
I don't even understand that. I don't know what the heck you're trying to do with that.
So let me ask you a question. When it was really the one-armed bandit, and
Yeah.
you're pulling, and you're
Like in a
seeing
casino.
these reels, you're seeing these reels going around, but now everything's electronic. To me, that's a little sketchy. You could have somebody out there, controlling these machines and saying, nah, that guy's not going to win today. Doesn't look right. Or the machine's not placed out in the open where everybody can gather when everybody's hitting the jackpot.
When you went to Las Vegas, though, I mean, they have so many machines in these casinos. I don't know that they really had the ability back in the old days with the manual ones to sit and do that. Maybe on the electronic ones they do. But you go into a casino now, you don't hear the money hitting the tray anymore.
Right.
You get a ticket.
Yeah. I mean, there's no coins. There's
To me,
no
part of the whole
gray
allure
hands.
of Vegas was the ching, ching, ching,
Yes,
ching, ching.
absolutely.
The money hitting the trays.
So now everything is gravitating towards online. Illinois a few years ago.
Right.
Online gambling. $55 billion a year being spent on online gambling. And it's growing
Nationwide,
so
is
much.
that nationwide?
That's nationwide.
yeah.
So by November of this year, by November 1st of this year, we will already have surpassed everything that was bet the previous year. That's how this is exponentially growing. So you can just add a billion, add a billion, add a billion, basically what it's boiling down to. Number one, where are people getting the money? Number two, are they living beyond their means? And number three, is anybody ever winning? I mean, you always hear the story, yeah, somebody, 27-year-old went to Vegas, ended up winning $4.2 million on a slot machine jackpot, progressive and stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, $55 billion, that means that billions are being lost every single year.
Right. And it's not only the slot machines, it's the sports books. I think there's a lot of money being dropped into sports. Baseball, football, hockey, And like you said, with the online stuff, a lot of that is sports. We just had the first week of football the other day, and I'm sure there were a lot of people sitting at home dropping money right off their iPhone into the Chicago Bears and their shirts, into the 49ers, name a team, and they were probably laying enough money,
Sure.
I think that's going to just explode.
Well,
DraftKings, what are the order of them on? MGM has one. Caesars has one.
FanDuel.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. And you know what? I took $100. I threw it into one of those accounts. I played with it for the last couple of weeks, just having some fun. $10 bet here, $5 bet here.
Right. And now you're going to retire?
Well, I'm not going to retire. Actually, all $100 is gone now. So I had my fun. And you know what's interesting is, when you're looking at, you have everything from the convenience of your phone. And I'm not kidding you. You can watch the baseball game that you're betting on.
Right.
They can switch over to the horses. You can bet the horses, and I can see every race running. So I can take this and Bluetooth it right up to my TV.
Right.
So I'm watching it full screen HD, the whole thing, and I've got money laid across. They put up parlay bets for you. So when you're opening up your phone and you go to your account, they have you sign in every single time with location to make sure that you're legally able to bet from that state that you're in. And if you don't allow any type of tracking whatsoever, they're not going to allow you to make the bet.
Do that,
right? But they put up all these parlay bets, and one of the first bets that I won, Justin Steele, pitcher for the Cubs, was going to throw his first pitch as a ball. Now, this guy has got the lowest ERA in the league, and I thought they were talking about the competition's pitcher. So when I placed the bet, the Cincinnati Reds, they were playing the Reds. Cincinnati Reds pitcher gets up there. He throws a ball the first time. I thought, I won, and I'm looking for my collection. It was betting $10 to win $15.80. So it was $25.80 full collect. So I look on there. I'm like, I bet Justin Steele, and here's the number one pitcher. Justin Steele did get up there, and he did throw a ball. So I did collect on that. Then I took that $25.80, and I put it in a parlay prop bet that this program.
So to me, because I don't take a lot of risk, I would just bet win or loser.
Okay.
All right, are the White Sox going to beat the Royals today? One of those deals. I don't take much risk beyond that.
It's the safest bet.
To me, it's a 50-50 chance.
Yes, safest bet, for sure. But when they're always throwing the odds on there, and we were talking
I
about
don't
this
understand them.
Well,
what's a plus 110? What the heck is that?
So plus 110 is basically you're betting $100 to get back 110.
Okay.
So you would collect $210 on that bet.
I see.
Okay?
Okay.
So if there is a minus behind it, let's say it was minus 135, you are going to have to bet $135 to collect $100 back. So you're betting the favorite there, of course, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to bet more to win less.
Okay.
Basically what it boils
I
down
see.
to. But when you were talking about winner or loser, that really is the smart way to do it. When you start putting in all these parlays and this happening, this
All right,
happening, that's where people lose their money.
I'm in Las Vegas one year.
Okay.
For the Super Bowl.
Okay.
All right. The sports books are jammed, and they give you. Is it a parlay thing where they give you the sheet, and it says, who's going to be the first to score? Who's going to be the first to catch a catch? Who's going to throw the first pass? I mean, it's so detailed.
Coin toss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Heads or
going to win the
tails.
coin toss? And then you can still during the game make other bets.
Right. Yeah, during the game.
Right.
So they're putting all those prop bets all the time for you during the game.
49ers scored 20 points in the second quarter. Will they score 20 points in the third quarter?
Well, they scored 30 yesterday, so I'm pretty happy. Different editorial.
That's where your $100 went.
Right. So where do you think all this online betting is going to be? I mean, is this going to continue to grow?
Yes.
Is there going to be some tipping point where it's just...
at some point there's going to be an explosion somewhere.
Yeah,
And there's going to be some big fallout, and everybody's going to be going, "Oh, I knew that was going to happen," and they truly don't.
And all these online betting places, you know, they have where you can use tools where you can bet X amount of dollars during an X amount of period. I mean, they're trying to, you know, show some type of responsibility. I understand, but the bottom line is, I honestly believe people are living beyond their means to gamble.
And I bet our time is up.
I bet
right
it is
now.
too.
I bet it is too, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining us.